Okay, so forgive any grog in my voice. I just woke up. I got a message with a video from my brother showing me about the new changes to season 24 for Apex. And if you guys don't know, I dropped Apex like 8 months ago or something like that. And not fully dropped, it's still installed, but like I definitely took a hiatus because I didn't like the way I didn't like the direction the game was going for the past couple of updates, for the past couple of seasons. I don't think there's been a really good season of Apex since like 13 or something like that. Obviously, the seasons have had their ups and down changes, but the game has just slowly been declining for me personally. And again, with a person with like nearly 2,500 hours in the game, I have at least a smidge of authority as a long time day one casual player. I have a smidge of authority in my own way to determine whether or not I feel the game is still worth playing, and I don't think it has been recently. But supposedly, season 24 is coming with some changes that will, quote unquote, save the game. So let's talk about those changes. First off, we have the Assault class. The Assault class is getting a major buff in Season 24. This includes some big buffs to Ash and Ballistic, as well as a range of new perks. The most notable of these is the new Battle Surge perk. Assault class legends and their teammates will get a temporary speed boost, faster reload speed, and an enemy highlight when cracking an opponent. Other changes include new inventory slots for grenades and an automatic reload perk like the gold magazines currently in the game. Okay, so temporary speed boost, faster reload, I think those are okay things, decent things. But I don't like the enemy highlight thing. Now, and that's when you crack an opponent. So, speed boost and faster reload, if you're fighting a team and all they're able to do is pop shield cells and you're just constantly cracking the enemy team, or especially like, how's that going to work if how's that going to work if Watson has her pylon out and is regenerating shield, little bits at a time, and every time you pop in for cover to reload or swap your gun out or do something like that, or communicate with your teammate and whatever, and they regenerate 10 shield, and then you crack them again, so you get another speed boost and another speed, and then you highlight them again. I don't like that. I think it shouldn't be when on cracking an opponent, but maybe if it is, maybe there's a slight cooldown between when you crack someone, like you get that highlight and all those bonuses when you crack an opponent every 30 seconds or something like that. Like you're allowed to get a new one every 30 seconds. Because one of the biggest things that Apex has been doing that I wish they wouldn't is highlighting opponents and constant quote unquote wall hack abilities and things like that. Like Maggie with her shotgun damage highlights enemies for a certain period of time, and they keep doing stuff like that. And while it's novel and it's cool, it's like it removes so much game sense. And the whole point of a battle royale is to have your game sense, is to be able to listen and to understand and to predict and to play the game and adapt to your opponent, how they're playing. And whenever you're constantly giving abilities, guns, characters, and ultimates and all this other shit, when you're constantly giving everything wall hacks and scan abilities, it removes one entire layer. Like, think of Apex Legends like a battle royale, like a sandwich. Like, you're removing the cheese from the sandwich when the cheese is the highlighting. The cheese, well, you're removing the game sense, which the highlighting is doing. I mean, I don't like that. I think that's annoying. It's one thing I've been constantly complaining and vocal about is the constant highlights. The other thing, inventory for slots for grenades, sure, whatever, that's fine. Could be abused pretty heavily with Fuse, especially if I haven't played the newest season. Again, I haven't played in months. I don't know if he's got any updates, but if you can still double stack grenades plus another grenade slot, a new inventory slot for grenades, what is that, like its own individual slot or whatever? So I don't know. And an automatic reload perk. This pisses me off. I don't like this. Don't give don't give them automatic reloads. That's the whole point of a gold magazine. And listen, I understand the concept behind that makes it more balanced, and you don't have to worry about like, how is this guy dumping so much ammo at me? Oh, it's because he happened to get a gold magazine, or he happened to get a gold gun, which obviously has a gold magazine. I get that. That feels unfair. Feels like you got fucking goosed out of the win. Is getting goosed a term? It popped into my head, and I feel like it is. I don't know. It feels like you got cheesed out of cheese coming back into it. Man, I must be hungry. It's 9:30 a.m. I feel like you got cheesed out of a fight because he just happened to have a gold magazine and you didn't. So yes, I understand the idea of having legends have a specific perk in the assault class that lets them reload in their pocket. I get it. I also don't like it. If you're gonna do that, just remove the auto reload unless you have like a mythic weapon. Unless you have a red weapon, remove the auto reload if you're gonna do this because I don't like the idea of just every assault having a pocket reload. And I just again it removes a layer of strategy from the game where like, oh, I have to be careful with my shots. I have to, not be so reckless. I have to make sure I have better aim. If you have, automatic reloads, you can just run fucking, I don't know. What are we gonna do? Say let's say two Spitfires for an example. Dump an entire mag at the team, drop one in your pocket, take out another Spitfire, and by the time you're shooting 15 bolts of that, you already have the other one reloaded. I know it wouldn't work as well in the concept with like an R99 because you dump that ammo so fast if you had two R99s, but it is such a thing where it's like just dump a magazine, switch it out, and then in 5 seconds you already have the other one ready, and all the assault legends can do that. I don't like that. Now, helmets getting removed and having one special helmet, I'm all about that. I think that's great because helmets have always been felt like such a superfluous thing. It's like one of the last things I ever think about getting, and I only 85% of the games I only ever have a blue helmet because I feel like they also just weren't very common, and the percentage headshot difference it would make didn't ever feel that great. Even though it was decent, it didn't ever feel like it was worth it. Or the amount of times where I get like a nice charged sentinel shot or a Kraber headshot, and they didn't get down because they had like a health boost and a fucking purple helmet, and you're like, how did I not one tap this dude in the head because of all this other shit? So like, yeah, removing helmets, I'm fine. So, Apex Season 24 patch notes will reveal full details, blah, blah, blah. White, blue, and purple helmets are being removed from the game entirely. There will be no way to reduce headshot damage in Season 24. The gold helmet gains a new double healing perk, and the new red helmet is being introduced. This will give players 125 HP. Now, which means right down the spoiler for the next one, red armor is getting removed. I have been complaining about red armor because it's just I just didn't like it. Like I like the concept. Again, there's a lot of concepts where I'm like, yeah, that's really cool. But in execution and when constantly going up against it, if you went up against a team that had 2 out of 3 of the players with red armor, you're like, oh, okay, we lose. Because they have an additional 50 health, and that 50 health is astronomical when you only have purple. You basically can't win your 1v1s unless you have perfect aim, and now removing headshots from that equation, like, yeah, headshots are a skill thing too. You want to be aiming for head to do more damage, but now you don't even have to think about that, which I don't like that because that's the point of headshots. I mean, will headshots still deal a base damage multiplier? I assume so. I don't believe they're going to make the entire hitbox. That wouldn't make any sense. I don't know what I'm talking about. I just woke up, like I said. But to have certain helmets reduce damage, I don't like that. So I think the helmet thing is a good idea as long as headshots still deal a base multiplier of damage. I'm good with that. Or at least weapon specific multiplier damage. And I'm also not happy with the idea of a red helmet being the only thing that gets you to red armor. I'm cool with that. I've been complaining about red armor. I think that's a great idea. Yeah, because by the time you got to endgame, like this is saying, and like half the teams have red armor, it just felt like a slugfest. It felt like it was like a more of a battle of attrition and abilities as opposed to gunfights. And so everyone having purple armor at the end, save for a handful of really lucky players, I think that balances the end game a lot better. People got to be a lot more careful. Let's see. Every Apex Legends weapon is getting buffed in 24. Okay. Oh, holy Oh, okay. Headshot damage. I thought that went from base to headshot. I'm like 14 to 18 base damage. Jesus. We're not gonna look at all of that. But if everything's getting buffed, that's great. I'm glad with that. Get out of here. I like the idea of if everything's overpowered, nothing is to a degree, but we'll see. Now, here's a controversial thing for me. I don't like the concept of weapon arsenals. Weapon arsenals are new things around the map. This will allow you to choose a weapon you want from whichever ammo type that arsenal is. You can also get some attachments from these too. Developers say this will make the guessing game out of building your loadout. There will be some new strategy behind where you land based on the arsenal. No, there won't. Because yeah, if every gun currently is going to be quote unquote overpowered or buffed and stronger, then that will narrow the idea of a meta significantly. However, there will still be a meta gun. The flatline will still be OP. The Havoc will still be OP, or whatever it is for the season will still be the gun to choose above everything else. And that's where people are going to choose to land. If the Hemlock is busted, everyone's going to land on Heavy Arsenal and they're all going to choose Hemlock and they're all going to melt your team in 1 second. That's going to happen. I do not like the Arsenals. In the same way, I do not like the fucking loadouts in Warzone. What is the point of a battle royale where you can just pick what guns you have? That's stupid. I hate it. I genuinely hate it. Everything else so far I've seen in the season update is like, yes, yes, yes. This might make me want to go back and play. I want to play Apex Legends. Last night I watched a video of mine. I'm like, God, Apex Legends is so fun. All the sound cues that popped off, all the legend dialogue that was playing, all like the little things hit me right in the gut of the nostalgia of just like nostalgia for less than 10 months ago. And I'm like, God, I want to go play Apex Legends, but I know the game fucking sucks balls right now. All of this stuff sounds good to me, except for the weapon arsenal. Because what is the point? It's a battle royale. It's supposed to be RNG. It's supposed to be scrappy. It's supposed to be, I need to outplay my opponents with the stuff that I have managed to get so far. Play strategically, play smart, don't be reckless because I am not at my best. I am not at an optimal loadout or position. That's the point of a BR, is to overcome circumstance with what you are given and what you have found and scavenged. Not weapon loadouts. Get the fuck out of here. Save that kind of thing for side modes and LTMs, like, picking a blue loadout in a fucking LTM mode on the side, not in the battle royale. Oh, this stuff infuriates me. I hate it. Yeah, so you can land and then just grab whatever weapon you want from whatever weapon type bin there is. Everyone's going to land at one specific weapon type, and they're all going to grab the R9, they're all going to grab the Devotion or the Havoc or whatever is specifically strong at that moment. Get rid of the weapon arsenal. Fuck the weapon arsenal. And I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong, and I'm willing to accept that I'm wrong. But from how that looks to me, that just sounds like Warzone garbage where everyone has. I know they're not going to get their hyper optimized build, but they're setting themselves off on the right foot, and nobody should be set off on the right foot. That's the weapon arsenal to me is the same thing as landing on a purple armor, which they got rid of a little while ago. Landing on a purple armor was the biggest disadvantage for the entire lobby and the biggest advantage for you. And this is the same thing. Land, get the gun that you want and that you know you can perform with, and you're going to just dominate everybody that you landed around. If you happen to be slightly better than them, you're not going to be hindered by what weapon you found. You can't give the best player in a lobby and have him happen to find a P20 on the ground and make him survive with that. No, he's going to drop down and grab his preferred gun, his whatever, and just go shit fucking crazy with it. I know it's going to be a naked gun, I assume, but it says you can get attachments. So, what does that mean? Alright, so besides Ash and Ballistic, we don't have confirmed legend buffs or nerfs. Stay tuned. Other patch notes, cells and syringes now stacked to 6 and are quicker to use. That's really nice. I don't like the stacking to 6. I think just making them quicker to use would have been better because syringes taking 6 full seconds to heal 25 health was never optimal, and I only kept 1 stack of 4 on me for an emergency, and syringes were the first thing that I dropped if I needed inventory slots. Ridiculous that they took that long to use. So making them quicker to use, I assume probably by like 1 second, if even that. But then stacking them to 6, yeah, I mean I can see that. I think one or the other would have been better, not both. Player, because I mean that right there is also going to make it so healing outside a ring is going to be a problem again too. Because now you can just stack extra syringes and they're going to heal faster, and you have more of them. If you're having legends or fucking cheater losers sitting outside the ring just out healing the final zones and stuff by doing all that garbage that they used to do, that just adds to the problem. Players' crawl speed is improved. Okay, that's nice. The view from the dropship tab has been overhauled with POI names and features displayed. That's nice. And that seems to be it that we have so far. So I know I am very argumentative over a lot of stuff, guys. It's because I'm passionate about the game and I know the things that bothered me over and over and over when playing. These things that always stuck out as a thorn in my side constantly, and I know they're not trying to appeal to me. I know they're trying to appeal to pros because they don't give a fuck about the casual audience. They care about the streamers, the YouTubers, and the pros, which is not how you run a game because they make up a minor audience, and if the pros don't play, who cares? I know that if the pros don't play, they lose an audience. They lose somebody that's constantly broadcasting their game. I get that. But the casuals are the ones you want to appeal to, at least to a degree. You got to find a balance, but you don't cater. You don't put all your eggs in the pro and the YouTuber and the Twitch streamer basket. You don't put all your eggs there, but that's what they always do. They don't listen to the casuals. They only listen to the fuckers who are just like, well, I think the R99 needs a 20 damage per bullet boost, wink, 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 because I'm not perfect with it. It's those cunt lickers. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe for more, and maybe I'll be playing some Apex Legends soon. I have been wanting to. Bye, everyone.